Hey friends, hello. So this year's festivity has begun and we are going to see how to make these five very beautiful, in fact, these are kids Raksha Bandhan. Let's learn how to make them. Welcome back to my channel, Mad's World of Passion. So friends, we'll start by doing the first Rakhi, for which I've taken a scale wool and these white pearls. Now here you have to create loops the way just I'm showing you on the scale, and after each loop you have to start attaching a pearl. So here the color of wool and the pearls and all the beads you can use as per the taste and liking of your brother. Now here you should make these loops very strong and secure so that it all looks very uniform when you actually remove this from the scale. Now here again I have very little to explain because as you can see there is a method, a way that I'm following to create this loop, which you can see and easily do it. But the pearl has to be attached to only one string because the pearls, it has to come in between the two loops. So if you're taking it to both the loops, it would not give you that uniform look. So make sure of that. And then the final string has to come inside of all the loops so that the loops don't fall away when you're actually bringing it together and make it look like a flower. If you have noticed, today's Rakhi making is basically very special because I've made use of wool in all my Rakhis that I've made, and this is basically for younger kids, maybe kids who are of 1 month old to 10 years old. I think 10-12 years old, you can try gifting them these Rakhis on this year's Raksha Bandhan. So here finally I remove everything from the scale and I make it, I spread the loops like this to make it look like a flower, and then I attach a felt paper there, and then the last string you have to attach a pearl there and then secure it with Fevicol, and then of course you can add and create the designs as per your wish. Here I've done a little more in detail because I thought I would make one Raksha Bandhan which would stand out, and this is basically for big brothers who would be going to high school or somebody who is more than 10-12 years old. And then the dori also I've made with a simple braid, and then again I'm securing it with a felt paper, and this is how it looks. For the second Rakhi that I'm making here, I have made use of again a felt paper. Now here my felt paper was a little thin. This is actually a felt paper that you would get in the bouquet. When you buy a bouquet from a shop, you get that cloth kind of material. So I've used that material here. But if you do not have any such thing, then you do get felt paper in the market, which would be any stationery shop, which would be much thicker. So you got to make use of that. And then I've purchased these pearls many years back, so it was with me from a very long time. So I've just made use of whatever was available with me. I've not bought anything extra. I did not go to the market and buy anything at all. The wool, the beads, everything was at home. So all the Rakhis that you see today is very simple and easy to make. The last minute Rakhis, you can call them, because here I've made use of very minimalistic colors and designs, and even the beads, I've repeated the beads in most of my Rakhis, so you don't have to, whatever is available, I think you can make use of them. It's totally your creation, your imagination, and your innovative, creative mind that you can set free, and you can make these Rakhis. Now for all the doris, I have used wool itself, and this one I have made with the help of fishtail knot, and then I finally attach some pearls and beads to the two ends of the Rakhi before fixing them with the felt paper, and this is how it finally looks. Now the third Rakhi is very special because this is for a newborn baby or babies which are less than 1 or 2 years old, you can try this particular Rakhi, which is very simple and easy to make. All that you would need is a cloth hanging peg. You have to here take wool of any two colors of your choice, and then with the two legs you have to make a spiral across those two legs of the peg, and then you have to make a few more spirals in the center of the pattern that you've created with another color of the wool, and then secure it with the Fevicol, of course. And then before you bring this out from the peg, you have to attach a string of wool across the two sides of the legs of this particular cloth hanging clip, and then you have to remove it. This would give you a small petal of a flower, and you have to make some 5 or 6 such small petals. In fact, this is not that big, this is a tiny one. It is looking a little big in size because I've taken it from a close angle so that you can follow the steps, but this is a small one, so you can aramse use this for any child. And even if by mistake they remove this Rakhi from their hands, they'll just play with this and they won't do anything, nothing goes inside. They won't eat anything even by mistake. I hope you are all understanding. So you can be free, they can use this even to play later on. So this is just a flower, you can probably attach it to any of their play items later once the Rakhi gets over. So this can be reused too in that way. And adding a pearl here is just for the look. You can skip this completely, it's optional. Now once this is all done, you have to make a dory. Now here the dory can be bought from outside. If you have it, you can use it, or you can simply make the one with the regular braid, and you have to attach it with, of course, the thread and the needle here to the Rakhi, and this is how it looks. Amongst all the Rakhis that I've shown in this video, this is the most simplest and easiest one that you can make in probably just half an hour of time. And this Rakhi is also for everyone. Now here it could be for your big brother, younger brother, small kids. Of course, if you're making it for very young babies, then do not use any beads or stone. Now once you make these spirals, in fact I've made 2 of these spirals using the wool, and then I secure the spiral with Fevicol, and then in between the 2 spirals I attach a dory and few elements of beads, and this is how it looks. So the 5th and final Rakhi is for young children, the small children, the school going children of 1st standard, 2nd standard, that age group. Here what I've done is I've taken 3 different colors. Now you can take the colors of the choice of the child. In fact, if you want a thin Rakhi, then you can use one dory itself, and you can add whatever accomplishments you want, and you can make a Rakhi. What I've done is I've taken 3 different colors, and for each color I've made a braid, and these braids again I've created a certain pattern here, and then I attach a few elements of bead towards the end of the string, and I've used a silver foam paper. I've cut it as in the shape of a flower, and a green foam paper which I've cut in the leaf shape, and I've attached it in the center, but that is totally optional. You can change it into whatever other element that you want to. So friends, this is how the 5th and final kids Rakhi look. Isn't it pretty? I hope you've all liked it. If yes, then please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.